welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at the earnings score for Pepsico. Pepsico is one company that has raised its revenue, raised its price recently due to the logistics and supply chain issues and all that. Also, they also pulled away from Russia recently, but the earnings, they beat top and bottom, and they actually have a revenue growth of about 13.7%, which is outstanding. PepsiCo revenue is better than estimated. The actual revenue is 16.2 billion, while the estimate is 15.6 billion. The EPS is $1.29, while the estimate is $1.23. They beat top and bottom. But let's have a look at the details of the earnings. Let's have a look at the financials, the details line by line. Let's dissect it. Let's see which of the business is actually doing well. The revenue of 13.7 percent is outstanding. But let's have a look at the financial. Then we also have a look at the technical details to see what we can get from price action. Let's have a look at it.
Here is Pepsi, the transcript of the earnings call. The management discussion. Operator, good morning and welcome to PepsiCo 2022 first quarter earnings question and answer session. Your lines have been placed on listen only on until it's your own turn to ask question. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ravi Pamnani, Senior Vice President of Investor Relations. Mr. Pamnani, you may begin. Anyway, this is all about the jargons that they usually say. But let's move on to CNBC. CNBC has actually broken it down to the content we really need. So here is PepsiCo here it says PepsiCo raises revenue outlook as earnings beat estimate despite higher cost. Now, yeah, you should know that they actually raised their cost because of the supply chain issues and other issues, constraint. Key point, PepsiCo topped Wall Street estimate for its first quarter earnings and revenue. The company raised its full year forecast for organic revenue growth. Pepsi reported a 193 million impairment charge after taxes as it tries to discontinue or reposition some of the juice and dairy brand in Russia. They also pull out from Russia, but not entirely. They still remain there. So let's look. Okay, here is it. Tuesday reported quarterly earnings and revenue that topped analyst expectation as consumer paid more for their Doritos, Coca, oatmeal, and Gatorade. On the heels of its strong performance, the company raised its full-year forecast for organic revenue growth. Shares of the company closed Tuesday down less than 1%. Here is what the company reported compared with Wall Street was expecting, based on a survey of analysts by Refinitiv. Earnings per share $1.29 adjusted versus $1.23 expected. Revenue is 16.2 billion versus 15.56 billion expected. Pepsi announced first quarter net income attributable to the company of 4.26 billion or $3.06 per share, up from $1.71 billion or $1.24 per share a year earlier. That was compared to 2021. The food and beverage giant reported 193 million impairment charge after taxes at it. They're just repeating the same thing. But here, an additional impairment charge of 241 million after taxes related to the Russia-Ukraine conflict weighed on its earnings by 17% per share. Here is we don't expect the business to deliver a lot of growth this year, given all the challenges. Expected decision we've made. CFO Hugh Johnston told analysts on the conference call. In March, Pepsi joined a host of other Western companies in suspending some of its Russian business, but fell short of halting sales entirely like rival Coca-Cola. Pepsi generates roughly 4% of its annual revenue in Russia. I mean, I don't blame them. If you generate that much in Russia, why would you want to lock down Russia? I mean, you're not the one that uh, invaded Ukraine. The company said it will keep selling some essential products like baby formula, milk, and baby food, excluding the sales of its juice businesses, the Russian impairment charge, and other items. The company earned $1.29 per share, topping the $1.23 per share expected by analysts surveyed by Refinitiv. Net sales rose to 9.3% to 16.2 billion, beating expectation of 15.56 billion. Organic revenue climbed 13.7% in the quarter, fueled largely by higher prices. Executives said the convenience stores are seeing less foot traffic as fuel prices climb. I mean, the fuel is high all over the world anyway, but consumer behavior hasn't changed meaningfully yet. The company's net American beverage business reported volume growth of 3%. This quarter marked the launch of Pepsi foray into alcohol with hard MTN deal, motion deal made in partnership with Boston Beer. The CEO, Raymond Lagorata, said the new drink has had a pretty good response from consumer. They venture into alcohol, so it's actually good for them. Well, sorry about that noise. Coca food, another. Let's move down to uh, for the full year. Pepsi now expects organic revenue growth of 8%, up from its prior forecast of 6%. Johnson said that the revised forecast is due to both rising prices and increased volume. The company reiterated its forecast for full year core earnings per share growth of 8%. Here is the technical chart for PepsiCo. As you can see, PepsiCo is on a bearish move. This stock is bearish. We're trading above 20-day moving average. Let's just draw the trend line that we can see here. This is an upward movement. And it appears that we might just be sitting on a resistance around here. This is a daily chart, but as you can see, this is an upward movement. This is an upward. This stock is bearish. I mean, sorry, this stock is bullish. This is a strong bullish stock. We are trading above 250-day and 20-day moving average. Let's go on a weekly chart and see. On a weekly chart, as you can see, this is a steady bullish movement. This stock is bullish. We actually are above 20-day moving average on a weekly chart as well. But it appears that there's a resistance here, and that resistance is holding because it has actually held in the past as well. It has been here many times. So let's see if it will break this upward. If this breaks upward, we're looking at 181. 181. Otherwise, we might just be consolidating around there for PepsiCo. PepsiCo is huge. This is a value stock. Let's go on back to daily chart for PepsiCo. PepsiCo is bullish. This is a bullish movement. It beats its earning top and bottom. Therefore, as we can see, the stock is bullish.
We have seen the earnings detail. We have seen the technical chart for PepsiCo. I currently do not have it in my portfolio, and I don't think I'm gonna have it. I have Coca-Cola, so but anyway, it is a value stock. It is a good stock to have, but do not take my word for it. Please do your own valuation, use your own metric to know whether it is good for your portfolio. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. We'll continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Please call again. Thanks.